Well, we are back. Sorry for the brief but somewhat long delay. Some would say it took so long. I'm starting to feel a little bit ancient. Some,
Hey.
as the Mongols taking on ARAVT here in map number 2, and an aggressive surge from ARAVT towards middle of the map.
Yeah, and they're going to be looking to try and take over this position. ARAVT are going to be losing their heads as Sugo is going to be in a good position. Flash is going to be coming through. They're not going to be able to execute that. As it's going to be control mid though. Gets a kill. Trey going to come out, and the upgrades coming out. Kills back and forth. Advantage ARAVT. They don't have control over the bomb. Shinobi's in a perfect position here to try and get the kill onto NCL if NCL over peaks, but he's going to be peeking around the corner anyway, loses his life, and now it's going to be down to Tammy, one of the newer players here, to try and clutch out for his side on ARAVT, and he's got a USB to write home about. 2 kills so far. If he can get another 2, that would mean a 4K to be able to walk away with, but he's going to be running out of bullets in the moment. He's only got 7 in the chamber. He's going to have to spam them. He doesn't need to. He gets 1. Has to now run 19 HP. 50 seconds left on the clock, and he's going to carry on running all the way around. Oh, that was so close, NCL, but unfortunately, running with the pistol out is not going to be the answer here, as they're going to be playing, well, just chase the rabbit here, all the way over towards the A site, John. The bomb should go down. That is so important, more important than surviving on this front. That extra bit of cash going to be all important as we go forward, but it's still definitely possible here for the clutch to come out. The flash is going to be coming out over towards the site. The smoke is down. The spray into the smoke is going to be coming out, and it's going to be the defuse out. He's trying to find the kill, but can't quite get it. Instead, he's going to get found, loses the defuse kit.
Yeah, that's actually not the worst of rounds there from ARAVT, to be totally honest with you. I thought, you know, they were in a bit of complete control of it when they found the first 2 kills initially, and they had somewhat control over Connector and towards Nest as well in the middle of the map. But the Mongols, they hold suit, they hold strong, and allows them to pick up a few rifles, but it's going to be a counter-rifle forced by as well from ARAVT. They're going to put the gallows into their hands. AK for Tammy, Mac for Shinobi, and an aggressive storm over towards this B site.
Definitely a really good round. Never mind for the side of ARAVT, is that they come in with full force with the guns, but they're going to be shut down almost immediately here by the side of NCL. He's going to be able to pick up one of the kills over towards Tammy. You had an AK, and it's going to be an upgrade for one of his teammates. Shinobi's going to be trying to peek around the corner momentarily. He went over aggressive last round. This time round, he's going to have to try and hope that he doesn't. The bomb is going to be dropped that back behind. He's going to get found, gets tagged out. The kill comes through. The trade, unfortunately, not going to be quite successful. NCL picks up that kill. They now know there's another player coming around the corner. Fury, back around the side, gets the kill. Magnums going to be able to get that kill onto Fury. Control man, nice trade off there, but still going to be, oh, never mind. I was going to say a decent opportunity here for ARAVT, but losing control mad, that gives the bomb drop over. They have full knowledge on where this is. Bit of an idea as to where another player could be as well, but it's going to be Maze. We're only in the second round here, but this is a solid buy from both sides. So going into this next round, they want to keep as many rifles as possible, and Yami's going to help them achieve that. 3 M4s into the next round, 0 from the side of ARAVT. Look at their economy.
Yeah, it's 2 from Yami as well. That's going to build his economy up slightly. And you know what? The first point of contact that ARAVT are struggling to find here is when they're playing up, you know, through T-Spawn and onto ramp on that B site, the plays over towards back alley and lane on that back of B site is such a hard angel to take and sort of 1v1 engagement because the headshot angles are so tight. You know, the room for error is very thin, but Magnum's going to storm his way up the middle of the map with the MP. Scan finds the first to spray and pray, isn't going to find the second. Fury falls. Somehow, though, the Mongols, they're going to come out of this with numbers advantage. I thought the aggression towards the middle of the map with the pistols were going to overrun the Mongols for a second, but the SMG spray and pray at close range stands strong for the Mongols, and that's going to be the 3rd on the board for them, Tom. And now ARAVT, and you get to buy back into this.
All buying back in. It's going to be fairly expensive for the players that did die on the side of the Mongols, but you can see they've still got a little bit of money in the bank, mate. 5k on Sugo, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. That MP9 play is going to really help build up their stock of cash. Side of ARAVT, decent position here, but it's going to be Stardust finds one. He's going to have to smoke himself off to try and back away. He's going to be able to do that, but he's going to wait a couple of moments before doing so. And you know what? This is a solid call. He might be able to find Fury in this position, but he's going to be backing off instead just in time. If he'd waited any longer, then I think that smoke would have given away his position ultimately. And Fury was holding on to that spot as well, so that was actually a really good decision to be able to back off on that front. He does know that someone's going to be in here, so he does have to be a little bit careful. And we've seen a bit of a slowdown from ARAVT.
Yeah, I think they went for the aggressive standpoint to start with, but I didn't think they realised just how well practiced the Mongols is on this map. Molotov comes through. That one player ARAVT. Spray comes through with the AK. That's Fury. Is he going to take the corner? He's not. It's Stardust to find the first. Can he find the second? It's Shinobi there. Tight angles. No room for mistakes. No mistakes made. And it's going to be Control Mad to instantly trade it back out. The bomb will go down. 3 versus 2. Or will it? No, the bomb's dropped. It's all up to Control Mad, left alive in the 3 versus 1. And the Mongols, they finally starting to show up here now, finally, Tom.
It's a difficult spot for Control Mad. He's going to be able to find one. Yeah, he's going to go down, but he's going to get tagged down to 64 HP. Not ideal versus these M4s. Just going to snap on the headshots, and like I said, the headshots are so crucial for the M4s, and if you're down to 64 HP, that just makes them even better. AW picked up, dropped over.
And that's going to be the side of ARAVT force down to just the pistols. Or I say that though, might be a few buys come for. I think I see a Tech 9 and a AK in the hands of Fury as well. On the side of the Mongols though, things are going from better to fantastic potentially as they look to extend this lead from 4-0 to 5-0. Superior weaponry advantage, same in the util front as well. However though, we've seen ARAVT make these dire situations work for them with a couple of pistols. Scrappy buy, that's the wallbang you were talking about though, Tom. Stardust onto Fury. This map is just full of wallbangs. If you're sat behind something, you are never safe.
Yeah, especially, well, yeah, over the B stage, you have to be so careful. Sugo's going to be peeking out, gets the kill onto Tammy. Nice trade. Oh, never mind. It's going to be Shinobi with the kill. That's 2 rifles dropped right there, and if they can recover those, that would be a fairly interesting position that they've put themselves in. ARAVT, they haven't found themselves a single round yet, John, but they managed to get the bomb down in the first round, and they managed to do a decent amount of damage each round to the economy of side of the Mongols, but it's not going to be quite good enough, and NCL picks up another as we go forward into this round. 50 seconds left on the clock. This is round 5. Maze just dodging the scope there of the AWP player on Magnums. If you can pick up the AWP, that'd be fantastic. He takes the shots. Finally going to be able to body this player. Rifle and AWP in hand, and Stardust just misses this player. What is going on? The absolute fantastic luck on this front. Maze is going to be able to smoke this off. Cause a little bit of a distraction and make them think that there's a full rotation over towards the A side happening, but no, indeed, it's actually the other way around, where B is going to be the focus point, causing a situation in which we're going to be allowing a potential 1v2 scenario on B to happen. But that's if the rotation from Maze can come through, and it's kind of not read on. Never mind. The bomb is going down. Shinobi just managed to duck out of sight, but I think it was red. Smoke's going to go down. I think it's left in a wall-bangable position. Maze is going to be switching over towards an AK. Fantastic decisions. We're going to be seeing Stardust going in for the peek. He's going to be going full in for the YOLO play. He's going to be able to get killed out, and now the bomb is down in a
NCO?
wall-bangable position, but he's still going to be able to hold on to it, but he lets go of it in the unfortunate scenario, and he gets killed as the time drops down.
He defused it. He defused it. He stuck the defuse.
He did stick it.
He stuck the defuse. That's why I was like, wait, NCO, are you sticking this? The 2 players are shooting. 2 players are shooting at you. But ARAVT though, I was gonna say the key kill there was gonna be mazing towards sort of that middle dark area where he finds the first, and from there it should have been a 2v1 standard stuff. The audacity though for NCL to just stick the defuse as well. No smoke in sight. And the Mongols, they're going to extend their lead to 5 now, and that's a round that ARAVT should be finding himself winning and thinking they're going to win. They played the fake fantastically, they played the rotation great. The trades come through, but when it matters, it was NCL who sticks the bomb defuse to find the 5th for the Mongols, and ARAVT, they look a little bit shell-shocked at the moment, Tom.
Yeah, that was a really good play, and I was a little bit shell-shocked at the fact that he was able to get that defuse, because it was set up in such a way that you can get that wallbang, but if you don't predict the positioning just right, you're in a whole lot of trouble. Control Mad takes out Yami, gets that headshot, gets the advantage for his team, and boy, do they need it right now. Mongols, they've come into this game, and we said during the break and during the post-game analysis that they needed to wake up. And you know what? Coming into Ancient, where it is their better map, they have done exactly that. Inferno, they made comical mistakes. This time around, they're going to be doing a lot of better. Never mind. We see Stardust going in dry once again in a more appropriate fashion, though. But he is going to lose his life.
No life left alive for 2 players. Make it 3 as Fury's going to execute NCL. No hero play for you this round, my friend. ARAVT, they've got to convert this round. They can't allow themselves to lose a 5 versus 2, but I say that and 3 players make it. All the players instantly drop down to 1 on HP here. This is a tough spot. Sogo, has he got the X-ray vision? Because he's found 4, and somehow here, Tom, the Mongols, they were on ropes, they were on unsteady legs for a second, but it's Sogo, more like so good, should I say, as he finds the 4. It's going to be the 6 on the board for the Mongols. How have ARAVT thrown that round away, Tom?
That's insane. Like, I've seen that done a couple of times, but never the spray then through again in to get another 2 kills. That is absolutely beautiful there from that player. What a moment for Mongols to be able to pick that up. And yes, that is very much deserving of a match pick. And for whatever reason, it seems like at the top of the graphics there's a little bit of a shuddering on the equipment value and loss bonus, but there it goes, it's going to disappear. But what a fantastic round from the Mongols. They almost lost grips on that. I mean, Stardust going down first really just gave a fantastic opening, but that Molotov and the grenade combination, that was absolutely perfect. It's exactly what they needed. And then he was in such a good position with it being smoked off. And that's the big issue nowadays, John, is that if you use smokes versus CTs, you open them up to be able to spam them with M4s.
And it's just one of those situations as well. You've got to give huge props, to Sogu's just pure game sense as well, to know where the other 2 players were going to be. Just instantly pre-fires through the smoke, finds the kills, and he made a great point in terms of, we saw one of the players earlier, right, from the side of the stand unsilenced them before, and just sprays through the smoke. Wasn't very vibe with that suppressor. It makes your life a little bit easier. And speaking of making your life easier, it's going to be the Mongols who have the player advantage and a little bit easier situation to deal with now in this round. So good, though, it's going to be dropped down to under half health, just 41 HP left to work with here. But the Mongols, they're completely controlling their map pick on Ancient here, Tom.
Oh, Stardust almost getting that wall bang. Yami, this is all about discipline. If he overpeaks, overplays, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Control mad though, so AWP lined up, misses his shot. How do you do that? You're sat there waiting, and he misses the clear, easy shot. And that's going to be Magnum's taking that kill, the full advantage over towards the side of Mongols. They've got a 5 versus 3. And even if there is a push over towards the B site, it's easily going to be turned back into the advantage of the side of Mongols. And I mean, Stardust may have taken some damage, but he gets a lot of information. NCL is going to fall, but Yami's going to be coming up looking to get some revenge. Takes out Tammy from behind. He's going to be dropping smoke, forcing the players to play aggressive, and Shinobi answers that question, gets the kill. It's exactly what was needed, but honestly, there's going to be so much more that is also going to be needed as a follow-up. The rotation from Maze over towards the A site is going to be good, but honestly, he's going to be stuck in a very volatile position somehow. Shinobi's going to be able to make it across, and he's just going to be playing aggressive versus AWP. Back on over towards A, and this position has been at red, but the bomb is going to be able to go down nonetheless. Magnums is in a good position, but the smoke coming through is going to be really tough for them to be able to play up against. Molotov as well, going to be forcing them to play a little bit slower here. Second one out in towards tunnels. Shinobi almost going to get smoke banged again, but Stardust coming in from Donut looking for the answer here, misses the shots he needed. 8 damage, 8 HP left. The AWP is going to have to be the answer. The misses as well. Sogo last left, half time left on the bomb timer as well. Peek around the corner, he's given away his position. They're going to be peeking him at the same time. Bing, bang, boom, and that is going to be the round. The first round, John, for the side of ARAVT as we go into round 8.
Finally. Is it going to be too little too late, though, on the T side, at least for the first half? We don't know. Time will tell. But, I mean, the Mongols, they're in the 3 versus 2. Missed shot after missed shot. There was one with the AWP as well from Donut on towards site. That should have been cleared up. That misses, and somehow May survives on 4 HP in the 2v1 to win himself the round. Is that going to be the start of something, though, for the side of ARAVT? And nearly came dangerously close to bursting into High School Musical routine there for a second, Tom, but I controlled myself, as hopefully the side of ARAVT can control their emotions also and try and mount their comeback here on Ancient. Still down 5 rounds, though, but all importantly, that first round is now on the board.
Never watched High School Musical.
Yeah, guys, can I request a new casting partner for next week? Is that we're gonna have to get the High School Musical omnibus on the run, but Magnum, Stardust, they're gonna find a few kills. It's Shinobi who falls, and although Control Man answers back with a kill of his own.
Well, Maze is going to be pushing up instead. Very close proximity with these players. He's going to He's backing up his teammate. Tammy's going to be able to take down a Magnum's the wallbang. No, never mind. It's going to be the Deagle just straight up taking some damage there. I would question Maze right here because he's not backing up his teammate. Control Mad is going to have to do the job for him. And Tammy going to be able to take down NCL. Last player left alive is going to be Yami. He's found. And Control Mad is going to be walking away with 3 and Tammy with 2. Fantastic round for the side of ARAVT. And you said, was this the start? It really does seem like they might be able to pick up a couple of rounds here. Yeah,
well, that's 2 for 2. They double their luck here as they find themselves now sitting at a 6-2 scoreline, a 4-round deficit though, but it is going to be the Mongols who are forced their way down onto just the USPs, only 2 flashes to work with, so maybe a bit of a throwaway round towards middle of the map for them. That's exactly what's going to happen. 2 players aggressive in towards Donut, 2 towards middle of the map, peeking out from the top of Sniper's Nest, and, well, for the side of ARAVT, they can't get this wrong. This was the opening that they needed, and they are potentially going to be able to blow the door clean off its hinges here. And we already know what the side of the Mongols do when they're met with a little bit of a bit of presence and they have something thrown back towards them. And at times they can crumble. We've seen ARAVT do that to them on Inferno. Now they're the ones that have got to come from behind and try and work things out here on Ancient. Default smokes go down. So that should be somewhat controlling middle of the map for the side of ARAVT. 1 player though. They've got to go that smoke. It was NCL. No mistakes there though from should be shooting practice here though from this ARAVT team, but the 2-for-1 trade, that's going to be a rifle that falls. It's all down to Sogo.
To do a lot of work here, but it's not going to happen. The AWP just going to be a mad slapping here from Control. As they pick up the 3rd round, John, that is going to be absolutely beautiful for them. Exactly what they needed. Obviously, keep in mind, 16-5 on Inferno. This is a very different game from both teams when it comes down to it. And, well, I say from both teams. I honestly think it's just a different game from Mongols. They've kind of awoken into this, and they're like, oh, yes, we're actually not playing matchmaking.
It's just shooting practice right now for ARAVT. Well, speaking of shooting practice, Yami spray and praying through the smoke, going to find 2 of his zone. That's going to allow Mazo to aggress his way up towards the middle of the map, in towards the likes of Connector. Can he find this player, though, from the Mongols? Magnum's going to find 1, 5v2.
Oh, shot's going to be coming through. Maze going to be able to take down Sogu. Magnum's looking in for the shot with the AWP, but he's going to have to wait a second. The bomb is down, in control of the CTs at the moment. It's going to be a bit of a pincer movement coming through. Magnums is going to fall. This is going to be given A-site control over. Never mind. Shut down a Fury. He's going to be left in a very difficult position. Walks out with his knife. And, yeah. I mean, I'm not quite sure what you expect to happen in that scenario. But, yeah, that's more or less what's going to happen.
7th on the board for the Mongols. And, well, when ARAVT look like they're mounting somewhat of a comeback, that's exactly the way that the Mongols needed to answer back, by the way, Tom. They needed to slam the door shut in their face, meet them head on, and Yami finds the first 2, and from there, it was a recipe of success, you could say. The Mongols find kills to secure the 7th. And there we go, the aggression from Yami once again. It's going to be Maze who falls this time, but dragged up down to 2 HP. There goes Control Mad, and I like the counter aggression here now from the Mongols. They've seen the way that ARAVT want to play this, and they're countering it perfectly.
Yeah, really well played by them. We have to see how they're going to be able to do this. Tammy with the flash going to be coming out. Fury is going to be able to take down Stardust. Peeking spots out another AWP, but Magnums this time is going to be able to get the kill. Fury NCL gets an opportunity, takes it. And that's going to be leaving the one and only Shinobi to try and clutch out a 1v4. We saw a 2v5 earlier on from the Mongols versus ARAVT, and it was in a ridiculous fashion. Unfortunately for ARAVT, John, this is the half win for Mongols.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I'm trying to find positives here for ARAVT. I mean, the only positive I can see out of this round is the fact that somehow Shinobi still has the bomb in his possession, but for the Mongols, after a very disappointing performance on Inferno, they've come back and they've learnt from their mistakes, and they're giving us somewhat of a clinic here thus far on Ancient, to be totally honest with you, Tom. I think Shinobi might have caught the timing onto 1. That's Magnums. If he can find the kill on the AWP and find the first, he could worm his way onto the site, but he's not. The only thing he's going to be met with is a bullet to his chest, and that's going to be another kill for Magnums. 12-7 right now. I said, Tom, Magnums needs to perform better, and you mentioned him yourself as well. Him being the AWP player needs to really start to pop off for this Mongol side. No doubt on a map like Ancient, which I think suits his style of play a little bit better, he's doing that, and you can see the evidence of success that it brings to the Mongols team as they now put it.
8 rounds on the board is exactly what they're going to need, but they need more. They want to try and shut this down. It's going to be round 12. 15 on this first half. It's going to be NCL with the AWP. He takes a shot. He misses. He's no Magnums. Flicks back around. Misses. It's going to be Fury with the kill. Stardust. He has an opportunity to kill the player there with the MAC-10, but the bomb is going to be dropped by Sugo, who's going to push back on over to support his teammate here. The bomb is completely open to be getting taken, but he's going to have to do a little bit of jumping to be able to get it. Just gets blocked by one of his teammates. Just drops in the Molotov. Somehow that bounced off the edge of the pillar. That was very interesting situation there. And they're going to be able to get the bomb plant, but it's going to be down to a 2 versus 3 situation. Stardust gets the kill with the grenade. Down over towards Fury is going to be able to get the kill over towards Magnums. The AWP not going to be useful in this situation. Snowy's in a good position to hold them off. But Stardust, he's going to get found. Fury looking to go huge here. He's got 3 kills, looking for even more. Sugo in a 1v2. AWP and the AK versus him. Has he got the answer for this puzzle? He drops out, but unfortunately for him, Fury picks up his 4th, gets the round. That's going to be the 4th on the board here, John.
Can we just take time to appreciate the ego on Fury to just swing towards Cat and find the kill from lower ramp with the 1-tap onto the AWP as well? Real solid stuff. And, well, it looks like it is going to be Fury to try and be that player for his team. To step up for ARAVT here and get them back into this game. They're only 4 rounds behind. If they can take this in at a 9-6 or an 8-7 half, then this game isn't dead and buried in the water just yet. Down to the eco round, just the Deagles for the moment.
Oh, it's going to be Sugo with a good opportunity. Finds one, looking to go in for the second one, but he's going to have to reload. Almost makes it out, doesn't though. Yami over towards the A site, gets the first headshot. That's going to be a nice Huandig. Now we slow down. Regret on the faces of ARAVT as they realize what they've done, but instead it's going to be Tammy taking down 2. Yami on the other side. 2 similar names. Going to be able to get a kill. 2 versus 2. Tammy's going to be 1 shot away from getting dropped, but it's going to be Fury finding Yami, who is rather, you know, a little bit too aggressive there. And NCL with the finisher.
It's not a bad anti-eco though, at all for the side of the Mongols, to be totally honest with you. It's going to cost 3 rifles in the hands of ARAVT, and you look at Tammy, he's going to be forced down to the SMG. Luckily, everyone else can put the AKs back in hands. I mean, for the Mongols, that was a winnable round. Nearly come at the hands of Yami as well. He finds 2. A little bit of impatience though. His steps were very much audible, cost him his life, and that's going to be ARAVT.
Oh.
Yeah, Miles is instantly back. I think that's the problem ARAVT are having, Tom, is they keep losing this first frag.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Stardust an opportunity, but unfortunately, he loses it and it just falls through his grasp. Meanwhile, NCL is going to be able to get a kill. Magnums holding on to this position in towards Jaguar with his AWP, close quarters. Super dangerous. Fury decides not to pick up the bomb. Instead, he's going to challenge over towards the smoke, try to get a bit of a position. There is a Molotov on the floor for him, so he has got 2 here he can use if he really wants to. So keep an eye on how he uses that and utilizes it for his team. 3 versus 4, he's definitely going to need that extra bit of utility, but he also needs to be the first one out. Never mind, it's going to be Shinobi dropping. Unfortunately, not going to be able to be part of this clutch situation. Magnums gets 1, but the clutch from Maze, he gets the kill, but he's tagged down, and the peak from the player from CT is going to be coming through, and Yami gets the kill, gets the clutch with his teammate. And Mongol's going to be feeling pretty happy. They've got 9 rounds on the board. Yeah,
they're going to be delighted with themselves, to be totally honest with you. At least going to guarantee themselves a 2-round cushion going into... Oh, sorry, at least a 3-round cushion, so I say going into this next game. We could make it 5 if possible and putting a 10-5 half. But that was really, really nice situational trades out of the side of the Mongols there. They played the trades 1-for-1 perfectly. It allows them to pick up the 9th round. Control mad, my friend. I think I could have probably thrown a little bit of a better Molotov than that in my life. And I've not got too many hours on this map, but either way, they're going to get aggressive over towards this catwalk area. Try and storm their way into... overrun this player, that's Stardust, but he's got the MP at close range. That's going to shred these players from ARAVT if they walk into it.
You're sitting there as like one of the CTs, like, oh, Who smoked it out for me? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I must have been our 6th player over on the side of Raft. Yami, he's going to be playing aggressive, trying to peek down this long way. But he's not going to be able to get the kill. Does some damage, but he has to be careful. He could get wall banged here, but it's going to be Mac 10, so he doesn't have too much to worry about. Stardust, meanwhile, close proximity with the MP9. He's going to be able to find the first nice and easy. Second one is a bit further away. The bomb is going to be going down. NCL going to be going in for the aggressive position. We see Stardust trade down after he managed to find one of those kills. Sprays through the smoke. Is going to be working out for Race. It's going to be the Mac 10, going to be the answer, but Maxim's going to be able to get the trade. Fury in a decent position. Yami gets the kill on Control Mad. They have to go in for the defuse very quickly. They've got half a bomb timer to go. Fury, Galil in hand. Maze, he's coming up behind him. He spots him out. He's going to be able to get the dig and the follow-up kill. And again onto Yami. Now he just has to play for time. Look at it. He's ticking down ever so quickly. Magnums with the AWP. He's waiting for this aggressive player to come around the corner. He is. He's going to get the swing. He gets the kill. And ARAVT still managed to clutch this out as the timer goes off. And boom.
Oh, that's such great play, though, from Maze. But that is going to call the half at 9 rounds to 6. Myself and Tom will be back after a short little break as we change the halves. Well then, it was a somewhat 50-50 half, you could say, Tom, in map number 2 here so far, an action between ARAVT and the Mongols, but ARAVT did look like they came back ever so slightly. The Mongols, though, with a 3-round lead here going into the second half.
What a spicy set of circumstances, but it's going to be Tammy for 1-2, not third as he runs out of bullets, he's dodging around the butt. How has he managed to do that? Still gets found, but still, what a fantastic scenario for him. Fury is going to be here with the Julies. Going to cause a little bit of hassle, and the Mongols are just falling apart here. We've got 6 rounds on the board for ARAVT. Looking to pick up the 7th here. Boost is going to be coming through. This could work out nicely for them, but they can't quite pick up the heads. The jump shot comes through. They don't get it. And instead, it's going to be Sugo picking up 2 for themselves, and now the rotation over towards A is going to be coming through, and they should be able to get the bomb down in this scenario. They have got a little bit of utility. Magnums with that Molotov is going to be coming into play, forces them into a different position. Control Mad in towards tunnels, waiting for them to peek up in towards him. He gets the headshot. He could do this himself. He can't. Instead, he's going to have to depend on his teammate to be able to do something here, but he looks the wrong way. Fury is found, and the Mongols, they clutch out and pick up the 10th round.
Yeah, somehow. I'm not too sure. I think it was Sogu, right, who found at least 3 in that round, especially with the dualies as well. After Tommy found the first 2 with the CZ, it looked like it should have been a rough round, but that's going to be the first on the board for the Mongols. Allows them to buy into this round. Of course, ARAVT, they're going to have to just find the eco and pistol stack somewhere. 4-round deficit, though, back up for the Mongols. They're looking to try and force that nuke. And, well, speaking of nukes, that's going to be a grenade right at the feet with Yami.
Well, I'm not going to have to do too much here. There's only Galil on Tammy. Managed to pick up from Yami. Those names are quite funny to say next to each other. The bomb's going to go down. Galil could do some work. I'm not going to write it off, but when your teammates are getting absolutely slaughtered here by another Galil, smoke kills coming through, you probably actually want to save in this scenario, because that Galil next round could go huge.
Yeah, well, we spoke already, right? In particular on Inferno, ARAVT's success on the anti-ecos to win with just pistols in their hands. They recycle with Galil, and, well, it's going to be Tammy who finds 2 through the smoke to put the 7th on the board from ARAVT. And they're not done just yet, Tom. We've still got a lot of CSGO to play. Control Man, got to be landing those. Who's going to find 1? He helped Stardust clean it up. No gun saved through to the next. 7th on the board. Or sorry, the 11th on the board for the Mongols, should I say. And, well, for the Mongols here, it looks like it's just going from good to great. And ARAVT, they're really, really struggling here on Ancient Tom. But that's what we sort of expected, right? Going into this series, we thought Inferno was going to go the way of ARAVT. The Mongols should play Ancient and, well, Nuke. And that's a real curveball, though.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't expect Inferno to go as badly for the side of Mongols as it did, but, well, it did. Start off, Yami going to be able to take down Tammy. Both going to be countering each other in those positions, so expect me to say that quite often, quite funnily enough. So, good start for the Mongols. As I say, that Sogo does go down. A little bit of cast the curse on that front. We are going to be seeing the push over towards the A site come through. Shinobi's going to be able to take down Stardust. It's going to be Magnums with the trade. He can't quite make it. And now NCL is in a 1v4. Mesa is tagged down heavily, but honestly, you're going to have to go through Shinobi to be able to get to him, and he is on protective duty. That may well just be needed. NCL with this Galil. This could be the start of the end if they're not careful. ARAVT to look at to try and make together some around. And NCL is going to be able to pick up 1, but that's all she wrote, John. 7 around the board here as they edge ever closer to try and close that gap.
It's almost like they're trading blow for blow right now. It's like you win a round, we win a round. But unfortunately for ARAVT, they can't afford to do that. The Mongols have already got a 4-round lead on them. So I think the next break of economy is going to be really huge and important here, Tom. It looks like for the side of the Mongols, though, they are going to elect to fortify their way back into this. They have got 4 rifles, 3 AKs, and Galil, and just a Tech 9 for NCL. This is a very, very bold statement here from the Mongols that they want to win this round. Very risky business. If not, they're going to be nigh on broke going into the next. And ARAVT, the round they need to win to try and get themselves back into this game. But Magnums, he's got a right in.
It's going to be a decent kill. The Wallbang could come out here versus Fury if he's not careful. But luckily, going in for that wall slam, it's going to be in his favor. smoke goes out, he's going to be trying to hold on to this position. Sugo, he's waiting over towards A. This could be a good rotation, actually, over towards the A position. If they can bait out enough players here, never mind, Stardust goes down. That one player difference. If they had full 5 players, it would make this a lot easier. I will say, Fury being in that position is ever dangerous. He has switched out. He's actually going to be playing aggressive on this front. If he goes in for this information play, this would be huge. Maze, he's in donut right now. He's going to be the key player to decide if they're going to be able to try and clutch and win this round. He takes the first. Yami goes down. He's looking for the second one. It's going to be NCL dropping. The bomb is still in the hands of Latiz, but they're going to have to go in for the rotation from A main in towards A. Meanwhile, the CTs are getting into position to counteract this, going through tunnels, but Zugo's going to be able to find one now from it. It's going to be Donut. He gets another kill. This is looking absolutely fantastic, but the bomb, it gets dropped. Magnums is dead. Zugo's left in a 1v2, and Fury and Shinobi know exactly where he is, and there we go. Fury picks up the kill. GG, well played on that round. That's going to be 8th round on the board here, John. The edge ever closer.
Yeah, that was the round I said as well, that the side of ARAVT had to win if they want to try and get themselves back into the game. That's going to shred the economy of the side of the Mongols. Surely they don't force by their way back into this. It's got to be a save, maybe a deagle here or there and a couple bits of util, but that's all she wrote for the Mongols, at least in round number 20. ARAVT, they're in a fantastic spot now to put themselves within just touching distance. They can see them on the horizon, and well controlled Mad. He wants to get this round out the way with charges down ramp. So does Tamarita in towards Catwalk, towards the back of ramp. They want to pin this Mongol side back into their spawn, and they're doing just that.
And then, this is great. Just forcing them back into this spot, allowing them no position in here, means that they have very little choice as to where they go. So they're going to have to do a lot to try and pull this back. And another smoke goes down, honestly, a little bit soon when it comes down to placing that smoke. And keep in mind that they've used all their... Well, sorry, they've used 3 of their smokes. Maze still has 1. Shinobi is going to get tagged. He's still alive for now. Grenade goes out. That's going to be making his job a little bit easier if they're going for the peak. But one of the issues with the M4A1 is that, one, it does shoot very fast and it has very few bullets. But Fury and his teammate, Control Mad, are just going to be able to sweep up the kills. And this should be fairly obvious as to where this last player is going to be going. And it's going to be down to the one and only Maze over towards the A site. Sugo is going to be seeing what he can do. He obviously rotated here in the last game, John, last round, but this time round, it's just not meant to be.
ARAVT find themselves on number 9 for the Mongols. This is where it starts to get a bit squeaky bum time, right? Somewhere. I wouldn't surprise me if we see a bit of attack timeout come through somewhat soon, because the Mongols, they lose this, they're going to probably, be forced to eco once again. The loss bonus won't be too strong for them just yet.
That nade was fantastic though, and the spray through the smoke, he's going to be able to deliver over 100 points of damage across the players. Oh, Control Mad's going to go down, but Maze with the trade over towards Stardust. Picks up the AWP and he's looking to back off with this. Potentially should have taken the M4 as well, but didn't want to risk the time investment on having to do that. We are going to be finding Yami pushing off with a long position, but Fury with the double kill. NCL and Magnum's getting shut down. 2 players left on the side of the Mongols. This could easily be the 10th round on this front, but Yami snaps on over, gets the headshot onto Maze. They now have to go and get the bomb. This is almost going to be terrible timing. Yami versus Yami once again, and from a distance, he gets the kill. Yami raised triumphant rather. And he's now going to have the bomb in his hands in a 2 versus 2. This should not have been the case, but Yami, the hero player, he's only got 12 points of HP, but the headshots he's managed to deliver have been game-changing for them. 40 seconds left on the clock here, John.
Be right back while I just pick my jaw up from hitting the floor from the way Yami is just Control Alt and deleted Maze off of the map. Sugo, though, he's going to find Shinobi, and all of a sudden, what should have been a straightforward win in a round for the side of ARAVT have found themselves in a 2 versus 1 situation, and the Mongols, they look to be trying to end the parades of ARAVT relatively soon. Both players set up over towards Donut. All they're going to do is listen for the jiggle on the bomb and try and play off the peaks. Surely, I don't think Fury has any utility to work with. No smokes can go out towards Donut as well to give himself some cover and fire, but surely the Mongols can see this one through. Both players so low, though. It doesn't matter because Sogo is going to find the kill. Fury falls, and that's the 12th on the board for the Mongols. And ARAVT, have they potentially just thrown away this second map?
I mean, potentially they should have had that one in the bag, but no. Unfortunately, Tammy just... I don't know how you missed that shot. He has a higher and better like movement accuracy with the M for A1, and he was moving slower in terms of like versus Yami. So it's very surprising that he wasn't able to get that kill. If he got that, that was pretty much a GG on that round. There was going to be very little way that Sugo was going to be able to try and bring that back, but that changed the tide. We do see Maze go into the force. He's picked up a couple of bits. So he dropped over an AWP, if I'm right in saying, for Control Mad, but he's not going to have too much in the back in the chamber for himself. But the rest of the teammates go into for a partial buy. They're like, "What are you doing, mate? Like, this is crazy. Why have you bought an AWP? We could have bought into the following round." So I think it's going to be a bit questionable for them. But oh, okay, they're going in for the boost. I see. That makes sense. He might be able to make a difference here, but unfortunately he missed the boost, so he's not going to be able to get fully into position. And now he's going to be tagged down heavily. This is not looking so good for him, because ideally he needed to get boosted up, but the concentration wasn't quite there. Stardust might be able to take them down, as he's going to be able to push through on this front. It's going to be Fury going to try and do what he can here. Tammy's going to fool. This is not looking good for ARAVT. The AWP from Control, though, could find one kill, but he's going to have a double peek in towards this mid position. So smart from the Mongols. NCL, he's going to be able to find Fury. Shinobi's found. This AWP is looking like a terrible investment. Maze is going to get found, unfortunately, and so is the AWP player. It's going to get picked up, if I'm right in saying. No AWP for them. Interesting.
I don't know.
Wait, Tammy survived? Oh no, they bought it. Never mind.
Yeah, they bought it back in for it. I mean, I don't understand that from ARAVT. I really don't. Okay, cool. They have got the money to scrape through into the next round, but you're putting your team a worse for wear disadvantage. Yes, okay, Control Mad can make the hero play and pop off if those wrong boost is successful, but it's not. That's the issue. One boost that was successful though is this one here from Maze. Up in towards a site. Control Mad though opens the frag in. It's going to be Stardust who falls. Maze has to go huge here for his team to try and hold the onslaught off.
It's going to be down now to Control from a distance with this AWP. He has to hit this first shot. He does. The bomb is going to go down. Shinobi going to be joining in. Hugo's going to go through. Fury, unfortunately, with the Farmers, can't quite answer the call for his team, leaving them a man short, but the rotation is going to be coming in from his teammates. The bomb is still left in the open. I don't think they can quite see it. Magnums is right up close next to the tunnels, looking for anything. A foot. Anything, but no, his teammate goes down. Magnum's going to be left in 1v2, 3 rather. He can't find the shots, and Shinobi gets the kill, and ARAVT finally bring it back in. They're on 10 rounds, but they're 3 rounds behind at the moment, John.
Yeah, it's I think this is going to have that good old saying of the next break of economy could be vital. And when I say vital, I mean game winning or game losing vital, because if you're ARAVT and you get yourself back to what it would probably be, yeah, it would probably be the next round, right? 13 rounds to 11. The Mongols would then be forced to eco. You could put yourself at 13 rounds to 12 and just be within touching distance and 1 round away. If you're the Mongols, though, and you break the ARAVT economy, you're looking at putting you at least onto 15 rounds before any sort of fight can come back in the form of ARAVT. So this here, a very, very vital round, and already the Mongols, they've been tagged up very, very hard.
Yeah, I mean, the Mongols are going to be in a little bit of a difficult situation, but Control Mad really needed to hit that shot. As they lose control of that position, it's going to be a little bit frustrating, but they're going after the wall bangs. More damage is done. This is where you back off. You say, okay, we've done a decent amount of control. Now we have to realize that it's going to be too much of a risk to hold on to this. Control Mad is now back. Sign on B. Spray comes through, but Maze is going to be able to stay alive for now with his teammate. He's going to be tagged down to 48. He has to be ever so careful. As soon as he peeks this, they're going to be on him. 25 bullets still in the mag. He's managed to get that reload coming off. Yami peeking in towards this mid position, looking for anything. There's going to be Tammy looking to counter this. Shinobi gets the kill onto Sugo. That is going to be man advantage for the side of ARAVT. They need every advantage they can at the moment because the Mongols are just on fire. 35 seconds left. Yami peeks around the corner. He gets the kill. Takes a little bit of damage, but not enough to be of concern. And now he's going to be the snake in the grass. We're going to have be a concern for ARAVT's side. Fury is looking to hold Jaguar are open at this point in time, not allowing them in, but honestly, it's going to be a big issue for them as the utility is going to be coming in. Control Mad, he's holding on to site. They're going to be pushing up against him. He gets one, can't get the second. He's going to be going down. Fury, he's got players coming in from left, right, and center. He goes down. Site is now lost. Now the retake situation has to come through. The bomb just goes down in the nick of time, and Yami has no answer.
That's an ace.
Has all the answers, rather. And he gets the... Is that really an ace?
That's an ace. That's a full 5k from Yami, the difference maker once again. He pushes through the middle, finds a couple frags. He cuts off the rotation path, then dips his way back onto B site to clean up shop as well. And is that it, Tom? That's what I mentioned. That round could have been the difference maker. The Mongols, it keeps themselves to 4 buy on the board with the full utility buy as well. ARAVT, well, unfortunately for them, they're down to just the pistols. Control Mad has brought himself an M4 back into this. Do you force buy into this, Tom, with SMGs maybe, and try and roll the dice and hope for the best? I surely think you've got to try and save yourself and force the overtime if you can. I mean, the Mongols winning that round, I don't think people will realise how vital it was they won that round, because they're probably going to put themselves at least within a chance of having 3, if not 4, potential map points.
That is absolutely crazy. I mean, when it comes to buying this round, no. And that's what concerns me, is that we've seen this multiple times where Control Mad or one of his other teammates have bought into rounds in which they should be at least doing partial buys or just nothing. And so multiple of his teammates have pretty much nothing. Control Mad has a rifle, but there's very little else, so they're going to have to sacrifice the other players to try and get some kills here, to try and make it worthwhile, or at least keep it. But it's going to be Stardust with the USP, no less, gets a kill, but they're unfortunately going to be taken out. So Control Mad is going to be able to get a kill. That is going to be a gun in the hands of his teammates. So they now have 2 rifles. This could be some kind of crazy scenario where they're going to be able to do something here. Magnums is tagged down, but he's got the AWP. Doesn't matter so much of him being tagged down. The reload didn't come in early enough with Control Mad, so he has to back off, reload on that gun, and doesn't get the kill. That kill was so crucial. He has to flick up. He gets the kill. Yami goes down. The time is ticking. There is no kit on these sides, so they have to play aggressive. They have to start defusing in a couple of seconds, even less than that. And they're going to be able to do it. They have to get the defuse out. Have they got it, though?
I think they do. I think
just in the nick of time. How have they managed this?
That is ridiculous from the side of ARAVT. It's tight, but they've got time with a second to spare. And that comes from Control Mad. The flick up towards the back of where A-Long is. I mean, great shots onto him. Finds the shots as well onto Magnums behind back box. And that allows his teammate to clean up shop. But that's the 11th on the board for ARAVT. And now Mongols, they find themselves being the ones on the eco round. ARAVT could look to put 12 on the board here and force themselves back into this game. The Mongols, they're going to be absolutely fuming with themselves that they've lost that round.
Yeah, good use of utility here to try and shut them down. Control Man's going to be able to get 1 kill. The eco round could still be detrimental, especially with Tammy pushing up with his teammates. If they lose these rifles, that could be huge. 1 goes down, Trey comes out, Magnum's dead, over towards his upper position towards Jaguar. He's going to go down if he's not careful. He's found. That's 2 rifles in their hands. Grenade's going to be coming out. That could be a lot of damage. NCL and Stardust now both have M4 A1s. You know what? More importantly, all they have to do is now more economical damage. Flash going to be coming out. He fails it. And this is where ARAVT's starting to crumble. There's a lot of pressure on them. They keep failing these small bits of utility. We saw it in one of the rounds with Control Mad smoking off themselves. And now it just happened again with Shinobi with that flash. I'm not quite sure what it was, but you've got to be more disciplined than that. Maze, key position with his teammate. Smoke's going to go down. He's going for the spray. He gets the kill. Maze, once again, doing God's work. And NCL falls to the rifle of Control Mad.
I mean, ARAVT, no mistakes are made. Fortunately for them, it gives them another bite at the cherry and another potential economy breaking round for them. They win this. Surely the Mongols are going to be forced down to just a pistol, so loss bonus only at 2,400. Shinobi trying to do the work.
They don't want this in overtime. They won't take this all the way right now. There's too much of a risk for overtime. And Tammy, he runs out of bullets. What are you doing? Absolutely slams. And NCL's going to be able to take down Shinobi. Stardust in towards Jaguars. Has spotted out a play. Player Maze has managed to get a nice trade here in towards mid position. But they can't play so aggressive. What are you doing? He's just left a completely open rotation that has to come out from one of the players who was over towards B. This allows full control for Mongols to be like, okay, we control the pace of this. We've got a minute 12. We don't need to rush, but hell, you can't sit on one site now unless you want to risk everything. And Fury's going to be peeking here, looking to go for the spray. Managed to find a little bit of damage, but his position is cooled. He has to go for the rotate back on over towards the side. Control Man gets one. They're going to be pushing through this position. He gets two. How is he doing this? The hero plays. Fury is going to be able to do a massive play. He's going to go in for the wipe. He gets the kill, and Mongols lose yet but another round. And round 27 go in favor of ARAVT.
ARAVT is not done just yet, Mr. Tom Pickering and Twitch chat. The Mongols, they're falling apart at the seams right now, as ARAVT are just one round away from tying things up at 14 rounds apiece. Surely it could be this round, as the Mongols, well, the loss bonus isn't maxed just yet, so they're not going to be able to buy back into this round unless they go for some absolute barbaric force buy, which would probably even cost them further down the line. Huge plays from Fury, though, Tom. What was that? 3 or I think maybe a 4K to keep his team in this game. The hero plays, like you mentioned, well, when the side of ARAVT need a hero, the knight in shining armor, Mr. Fury 5K comes to the rescue, and the Mongols, surely this is where they start to get a little bit nervous and a bit shaky here. They've been ahead for so long in this game, and ARAVT are just one round away from tying us up.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see ARAVT get too comfortable, because obviously anything is still possible in this front. We do see the run boost correctly used, but it was a little bit slow. But he's going to be peeking around the corner. He's going to slaughter 2 of them. He's looking in for the 3rd if he can. It's going to be the Deagle versus him, which is just too easy as his teammates coming through. It's going to be Tammy this time with a full mag. He's going to be able to get the kill, and now Control Man does spot out one of the players from tunnels. Unfortunately, he's going to have to back off, trucks down the Incendiary Grenade. Doesn't want any of this, because if he gives them a AWP, that has a potential game round-winning situation. But no, they're going to get shut down. Sugo is going to be left alone with the Deagle to try and answer this question. Can he do anything? That nade was beautiful. Player gets boosted up. Headshot's going to be coming through. Never mind. It's just going to be a body shot, and instead, Shinobi shuts him down.
Oh, the Mongols, I mean, okay, yeah, it's a throwaway round, but we're now at 14 rounds apiece. The loss bonus up to 3,400, so the buy will come in for them. ARAVT, though, they are looking at superb all of a sudden, Tom. It's like they've just, you know, sort of resurrected themselves from that Inferno game out of the ashes and into Ancient all of a sudden. They left it late, but it's working for them. Again, this aggression from Control Man towards the middle of the map, but the aggression, speaking of it, over towards the B site, but that's just met with util after util from ARAVT. And I mentioned they're a team that loves to play the util game, and they're doing it fantastically. They've got complete control of the bottom of this ramp here. If they can find the first kill, this is a nightmare situation from the Mongols. They do find the first. Fury's going to drop Stardust, and all of a sudden, the Mongols, they seem to be falling apart here, Tom.
They've just lost control of this completely. Stardust going down is really bad, but NCL, he's going to be stuck in this position. They don't quite realize he's here. He's going to be able to get one. Now he just needs the help from his teammates to try and get him out of this pickle, but now that the CTs know where he is, they're going to be able to try and hold him onto this, and the push through the smoke's coming out. He's going to have to be careful. Tabby only just manages to make it out dodge. He is bound. Control Man flicks on, gets the kill onto Yami. Absolutely beautiful. 3 versus 3. This went from really good for ARAVT to pretty potentially die if they're not careful. But you know what? They have the potential of being able to go in for the retake, so I don't think they need to worry so much about them getting the bomb down over towards the B site. They have 2 players in a good position. The utility was used here. If Tammy plays over aggressive, he's going to regret it. They're going to be over towards site. They double peek him at the same time. Maze, he's going to have to go in for the clutch once again. This could be the 15th round on the board. Magnum is holding his corner. He's going to be going for the peek. He gets the kill. Control Man. He's the last man. The potential savior with an AWP to try and stop this 15th round from coming in. He gets one. Looking in for the second and the third. He chucks out the flash. Unfortunately, he's going to completely turn white himself. He's got 25 bullets left in this M4. He has got a smoke. He's going to be using it, but potentially incorrectly here. As that is, oh no, that was absolutely perfect. He smokes off. Wales being held from. One of the players is going to be low, but he's going to have to go in for the PK. He goes in for the fake defuse, and now he's going to go in for the second one tap, and he isn't going to hold on to it. Now he's going to go for the full dedication. He doesn't care, but Sugo, he reads him like a book, gets the kill, gets around.
While you were talking, I was thinking there's one engagement here which will lose or win the round for the side of the Mongols, and it was NCL out the back of towards the back of site, sorry, and I think it was Tammy who fooled. You mentioned he just played the aggressive angle out towards the back of that B site, and well, NCL wins the head-to-head, and it costs them the round. And for the Mongols now, they put themselves on match point. ARAVT, they've got to try and force the overtime. I think ARAVT will be disappointed there, Tom, with the way they handled that round.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to imagine that they're going to be fairly frustrated with what was going on. Oh, control mad. Spots out that headshot, but he's not able to quite take it. Grenades going out. That was good wallbang damage there, though, John.
Yeah, and that's one thing we mentioned a lot about Ancient, right? In particular for the CTs, if you could probably pretty much win yourself a round before you've even actually spotted someone, just from spraying those default wallbang spots. Every time you spray them, you're at least going to guarantee yourself to chunk up at least 40 or 50 splash damage onto some of these players. Well, Stardust and NCL, they're going to be dropped down to 50 odd HP each, and I mean, for the side of the Mongols, they have still got a tiny bit of util to work with, but not a great deal. First point of contact, can't find the first. It's Yami who finds the frag, and that's a big opening for the Mongols as they advance their way over towards that B site.
Those 3 players that are tagged down, it's so crucial for that damage to come out, because we've got an MP9 and a FAMAS on the side over ARAVT. So being able to have any kind of damage done versus those guns, which are obviously on the lesser slide, is absolutely beautiful. But we'll have to wait and see. Tammy's going to be peeking around the corner. He's looking to see what he can do here. He has to play patient, not over-aggressive. He's got the MP9, but doesn't want to get killed before he has a chance of being able to really use it. He's now in an interesting position, but he's undecided on how he wants to play this. They're going to be pushing for the smoke, but he's going to have to go for the peek. He gets one. He goes in for the bomb blast and can't quite get him in time. He still gets the kill. Unfortunately, it still goes down. That could be the game cost. They needed him to survive in that situation to be able to get the kill into the guy in Jaguar, but no, it's not going to happen. The bomb now has to get defused, and from behind and from the sidelines, it's going to be Zugo going down. This is a big opportunity here. Maze into this player. He could find the kill on Stardust, and this could be potentially going into overtime. One is going to be left. It's going to be Yami in a difficult situation. He can't do it. Control man gets the kill. The clutch. And we're going into overtime, John. This is going to be one hell of a game, going all the way over into the first overtime. We're going to hop into a quick break so we can grab a drink. Do it yourself as well, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Well, welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us into, I'm not going to say it, Tom, the only potential overtime we have here between ARAVT and the Mongols. Map 1 already going to ARAVT, and the first frag going to Magnums here, but this has been a real topsy-turvy affair here on Ancient thus far, Tom.
It really has. We're going to be starting off with a kill going on either side. A nice trade, and it's going to be a wallbang from Tammy over towards Stardust. Now, Fury, he's going to be playing aggressive down towards the bottom of this ramp. Finds a kill. Is going to get tagged down, but that's going to be the equalizer they needed. Now, Maze is still going to be playing aggressive down towards his position, but he gets killed, and so does Fury. He had every opportunity to shine, but unfortunately, he's going to get shut down, and his light is going to get turned off. And now, Tammy, last one left alive, is going to have to try and pull off some mad 1v3. His position's cooled, and that's going to be really hard for him to be able to achieve anything in this scenario. As A is going to get shot off, you can't go through Donut unless you manage to get this kill. He's got a certain amount of bullets in his chamber left, couldn't quite work out what it was, and Sugo gets the kill.
First round on the board, the overtime from the side of the Mongols. And this was what I feared coming into the overtime here, is that ARAVT are a team that sometimes can play off sort of like momentum-based sort of gameplay in terms of like when rounds are coming fast and furiously at them and they're winning, they can sort of steamroll from then on. But the little break between here and the overtime is something that I thought might cost them. The Mongols come out strong here once again.
I just don't even know what to make of that scenario. There was a lot of fumbling around between Shinobi and Maze in towards that mid position. They blocked each other, and then they went in for a weird peek. They really got punished for it, and honestly, very well deserved. Like I said to you before we went into out of overtime, into overtime rather, that I thought Mongols might be able to win this out because ARAVT have just been a little bit shaky on this map. They've not been in their full form. They struggled to be able to pick up that 15th round. They dropped multiple rounds where they potentially should have won them. And I mean, the same on Mongols. But they have been looking a lot nicer, a lot tastier on this front. We're going to be seeing a push over towards the A side come out. Smoke over towards CT. Flash as well. It's going to be Patrol Mad in a 1v4. He makes it 1v3. Peeks up over towards Donut. Doesn't matter. Rotations come in.
I love as soon as they heard the AWP shot, everyone scampered across to the other side of the map. NCL there, though, stayed strong. Backed himself, found the kill. That's going to be the 17th on the board for the Mongols here now, Tom. This makes you think, where was this Mongols from earlier on, right? Where was this Mongols back in the actual second half when ARAVT were winning round after round? Why couldn't they come back and put a couple on the board of their own? It took them to go to overtime before they decided, okay, we're in a competitive CSGO game here.
Well, that's actually going to be a lot of damage done to all the players, well, nearly all the players on the side of the Mongols. You've got Magnums on 20. You've got Stardust on 39. Obviously, Magnums on 20 isn't too much of an issue. He's an AWP player. Sugo, he's playing aggressive, going in for the peaks, but he wasn't quite able to tap that correctly, and he's going to take a little bit of damage. Tammy's going to be playing at close quarters with a Mag 7. Always interesting to see that to come out on the final round of this half of the first overtime. All bangs could come out in a moment from the CT side if they time this correctly. Flash is going to be completely blocking off Magnums for a couple of seconds. Still a minute left on the clock. I think Tammy's going to be an absolutely crucial player here. If he can block them off and push them past him, or at least get one kill, that's going to make all the difference. And they are going to be low HP. The flash comes out. This indicates they're going to be going in for the push. He has the big opportunity now, but Sugo is going to be backing off instead. They're going to go in for an A hit. Magnums as well. No pushes actually from the CT side. They're not playing aggressive. They're playing more reserved. Very much needed. They do spot out a player. Maze are going to have to drop down on a smoke to try and survive on this front. It goes down. He's going to have to make his way through the smoke. And, oh, he's going to get taken down. Sugo gets the kill, but he's going to be control mad with the nice counter. He has to drop the smoke down somewhere, but instead it's going to be Fury 5K with the kill himself in towards that mid position. Stops them from going in for that chokehold. And now Shinobi's in a good position to counter them going in from going up position, but he's going to get spotted. Over zealously pushes, and so does Magnus. Now Fury drops the bomb holder, and now it's a 1 versus 2 in Stardust. He didn't have the answer for that. As we go through into the second half of this overtime, John, we see ARAVT struggle to get these rounds.
For a second time, I thought Shinobi had disconnected his monitor and didn't see the player run out towards the A site and try and shoot at him, but well, I mean, for the side of the Mongols, they are going to have a 1-round lead going into this next half of the overtime as the side of ARAVT though going in with just a 2-round deficit. Could have been a lot worse than he find himself in, so a little bit better for them as we head into this round 4 of the overtime. Are ARAVT going to be able to pull it off here, Tom?
I think there's a definite... I mean, there's an opportunity, but they have to get 3 rounds back-to-back, or they at least have to go for the denial and get 2 rounds on the board. Mongols, they have to get 2 rounds on. So, either 2 or 1 to get it through to overtime. It's number 2. So, both these players, both of these teams are going to be really hungry to be able to try and close this out. But it's going to be a bit of a struggle, and when you see players like that, Sugo is going to be making a massive mistake, goes in for the aggressive push in towards the A main, and he's going to get found by Control Mad, which, to be honest, we haven't seen any plays like that before so far this game, so it's interesting to see. Stardust goes into the spray, but Tammy has his number, calls it in, and that's going to be the shot through the smoke, going to be able to answer that question, and Magnum's is going to be able to get a nice trade over here. Yami as well, but instinctively it's going to be Fury coming back at him. The bomb is going to get picked up, and they should be going in for the bomb plant, but Magnum's is going to be able to get the kill. I would not go for the plant right this second. He goes in for the fake, gets the kill, and now goes in for the plant, but his teammate is nowhere to be seen. This could be a dangerous situation as he is going to get found. It's going to be 22 HP. Shinobi, he's going to be having to play it rather slow. He has got a nade. He has got some utility, and he hasn't been spotted yet. Donut is going to get picked off. This is fantastic. He doesn't quite realize where this last player is. He's going to be coming out from this side, and it's just going to be Shinobi going in for the dive. He almost misses. He gets the headshot nonetheless. Goes to pick up the AWP just in time. And that's going to be round on the board. 17-17, John.
Oh, for a second I thought Shinobi was going to whiff the spray and cost a round for ARAVT. All square. All even Stevens here as one of these teams will put themselves on map point, potentially series point if that is ARAVT. So far on the T side, they're 1 for 1. Can they make it 2 for 2? A lot of damage though done to Control Mad. Chunked up at least 30 odd HP of damage from that Molotov. Bit of damage done as well to NCL. First frag and pick is going to be vital here. NCL though, speaking of the devil, sat inside the smoke. And I really like this throw from the Mongols. Look at how aggressive they've got towards that middle of the map, shutting down any potential control over the middle. So they know these players have to be pinned either towards Catwalk or pinned over towards the A side.
They have used a lot of their utility, though, I will say. They have actually... No, never mind. They have actually still got a solid amount of utility on them. NCL's going to take a slight amount of damage from that wall bang. He's going to return the favor. Doesn't manage to hit anything. Go! Down to 18. That is going to be frustrating for him. We do see 17-17. Keep in mind, if Mongols... well, whichever team wins this is going to be playing in for that potential map point, and Mongols can't afford not to win this one out at all. Stardust Wallbang's going to be across the board, but there's not really been any big plays. We're waiting for something, and here it comes. It is going to be the Molotovs, and unfortunately they failed to molly the one spot you tend to go for, but it's going to be the Wallbang instead. But Stardust managed to walk away with only 10 HP taken. It's going to be frustrating for them if they look back on this. Ford, the flash comes out. He goes to the peak. Nothing's going to be there, but instead it's going to be Fury from Jaguar. He's going to be able to find 1-2. Not the third. He pulls out his knife, and NCL gets the kill, but through the smoke, it's going to be Shinobi, and that is a shutdown. Round 5 is looking like it's going in the way of ARAVT, as they've got 2 players to go up against. It's going to be the Mongols. The flash is going to be coming out from their side. They're looking to try and take this. The grenade does very minor damage to the opposition. It's going to be the smoke going to be coming out over towards that T ramp. Yami trying to peek around this corner, find anything, but Shinobi shouldn't expose himself. He just needs to play smart here. The information's here. The peek comes out. Now they know that there's one person left over. All they have to do is play for the time, but instead they're going to be playing aggressive. It's going to be Magnum's getting tagged down to 22 HP. He's got no chance on this front at all. Shinobi shuts him down. 18th round, John. How is this? How is this happening?
Oh, map point, match point, series point here for the side of ARAVT. And you know what that comes down to? Something I literally said 30 seconds into a broadcast, that when they're on the T side, they do not mind waiting until there's 10, 15, 5 seconds even before putting that bomb down. They waited down to 20 odd seconds, Tom, before executing the Molotovs and flashes onto the site, and they still get the job done. ARAVT, they've been a different team here in this second half of Ancient, and it looks like they could potentially walk away with this one. Just one round away now from securing themselves this win here.
Oh, but It's going to be tough when you're going to be down and out of Fury. He's been a smart player for them. He really has. I mean, if you just look at the kills, he's 33 to 26 in overtime. Control Matt's the only one who's up at his level with 30 to 22, who has just been doing such a good job with that AWP, getting the kills where it's needed. We saw at the very start of this overtime, actually. There's a high chance we're going to be seeing second overtime, which could be quite interesting. As I say that, it's a little bit of a curse. Control Mad goes down. That's 3 players left on the side of ARAVT, and I honestly don't think they want anything to do with second overtime. I think that's where it's a little bit concerned. We saw the second half of the Mongols really come in and allowing them to shine. 45 seconds left on the clock here, John, and they've got so much to do.
They've not got a lot of util to work with either. 1 smoke in Sammy's hands. We've got 3 mollies, and well, that's going to be the smoke gone. Now, a little bit of wiggle room out of Donut. Sogu's going to fall though, and this looks like we're going to the next set of overtimes here, Tom.
Well, Maze has got something to say against that. The smoke's going to be going down. Stardust going to be able to get the kill on Tammy. The bomb is still in the hands. Never mind, it goes down. First overtime, 18-18. What the hell is going on? We're going to have to go into second overtime now. I think this is the second overtime I've had in quite a while, actually. I think with you, I think the first out of all this. So that's great for Shinobi to ready up, and we'll dive straight into the next action. And wow, okay. Interesting certain set of circumstances here.
I would like to have seen ARAVT try something different there on that final round. Maybe get aggressive over towards the A site. The B site was working for them, and we saw the Mongols actually stack an extra player over towards B. Usually they send 2 towards mid. This time they sent 1 out towards Donut, 1 over towards the A site, and they put 3 players towards the B site, and that's why the shutdown was there and viable for the side of the Mongols. But as we switch sides, it is going to be... Sorry, ARAVT actually staying on the T side. It's going to be the Mongols playing the CTs. The aggression once again here, though, towards the A side. Surely the counter-aggression from ARAVT has to come through. But look at how much damage is done, Tom. 3 players chunked down here from the side of ARAVT.
They thought they'd go for an aggressive push, but unfortunately for them, they get shut down. And they're going to get found. Zugo's going to go down. The tray comes out. Maze gets the kill, but Fury is going to be on 10 HP. This is not what you want to be having on your side. Shinobi, he's over towards the site. He's going to be able to find 1. Looking in for the kill. The trade has come out for the CTs. But they can't quite find it yet. Shinobi's going to be pushing around, looking in to shut them down before they can push in. But he looks the wrong way. Magnums gets the kill. And the rest of his team aren't even on site. What are you doing? The slow push is going to be so detrimental to this round. They had every opportunity in the world to be able to take that, but instead they're going to go in for the rotation. Fury looking in for this information. He's going to get found, and Yami is now going to be making the call, saying, yo, guys, they're coming on over towards A. Can I have some help? Towards Donut. He spots out 1, gets the kill. That's the bomb. And this round, wow, ARAVT. What the hell are you doing?
They've thrown it away, to be totally honest with you. I mean, what, Shinobi runs onto the site on his own. If his teammates follow him, the trades come through, and they should have that B site pretty much in their control. But it turns out a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of mishaps in the coordination as well. And that's going to cost them this round, and the Mongols should put the 19th on the board. Bar any last-minute hero moves from Maze. Going to find the first.
Please knife him. Please knife him.
I think he's going to. There's 19 seconds left. I don't think you've really got time to waste on the knife here, to be totally honest with you. If you want to wait around. Yeah, he was getting dangerously close to turning around. That's going to be the first though. So 2 versus 1. Bomb has got time to go down. Magnums will swing the spray. Maze finds the first and the second. Maze, what are you doing, my man? They have family. Some of them might even have children, for crying out loud. How can you do it to them? ARAVT find the 19th. How have the Mongols thrown that away, Tom?
Very badly, I have to say. And what a hell of a play from Maze. Absolute legendary plays back to back. He's definitely been one of the star players on their side. He may not have as many kills as Fury, but he's honestly had better clutches. Fury's been the kind of hammer, and well, Maze has kind of been the chisel, has been used at times. Wow, I could see that like unfold, and I was starting to get a little bit speechless because it was just absolutely ridiculous.
I'm lost for words, Tom. You know me, we've been friends for many a years, and I am one person that never struggles to find words out of his mouth. But what ARAVT have just done is somehow kept himself into the game. Although Sugo and Dust are going to find the first two, make it the first three as well. Maze and Control Mad, they've got it all to do.
Oh, Control Mad going to be able to get that kill, but at what cost? Down to 22 HP. Picks up the AWP. It's going to be one on Magnums as well. Yami as an M4, so does NCL. They can pick up this 20th round. That'd be absolutely huge going into the second half. I mean, they still have, obviously, this round and the following rounds, but it's going to be first to 22. Keep that in mind. If they both get to 21, then we'll go to third overtime. And then just keep going from there. If we could, there's no end to overtime, guys. Just so you know, we're here until this is over. And it could be ARAVT taking this series in a 2-0. Or it could be Mongols bringing it back on the brink. Let's dive into this. It's going to be Maze and Control Mad to try and bring this through. Maze is going to be clearing out the site. The Mollies, the Smoke are going to help massively on this front, but he's not being able to find anyone immediately. So now he's going to have to play two towards CT. He spots out a play, gets the kill. Now he's going to be playing aggressive. He calls on his player to come over towards the site. He's got the bomb. 9 seconds left. The position is being held. The peek comes through. Maze is doing it again. He gets one. The bomb has to go down. And it's a 1v2. Yami is in this position. He's found one. Control Mad. He's going to have to pull off a Maze situation here. The flash is going to be going out, but he's going to flash himself. His position isn't fully known, but he's going to be smoking off this player. And Mad is going to be going in for the shot. He's given away his position, and he should be able to get spotted there. He moves off. He going in for the spray. He gets the kill. And Yami, fantastic plays here. Going to be able to get the spray. Oh, that was so well played by both teams, but well done, Mongols.
Oh, Maze nearly the hero again, but I think he just got a little bit too overconfident out towards Jaguar. But I mean, I think if you're him, you just got to back up and play the 2v1 post plant, right? I mean, you've just cleared out towards CT. You've got ramp clear. Use your knowledge as to where the player might potentially cover. And of course, he's going to be pushing through the middle of the map. So, costly mistake potentially from ARAVT, but costly mistake potentially from Yami. He gets chunked up for around 40 odd HP. Been very impressed with Yami though, Tom. The new gun, the new player coming into this Mongols lineup, really performed well thus far this series.
Yeah, and I do apologize if we are waking up your cats, but you know what? They should be watching CSGO as well. Oh, what is that? That flash worked perfectly. They're going to be able to get a double kill, and it's going to be Yami with one as well over towards Control Mad. We're going to be down to 2 players on their side. This could easily be the 20th round on the side of the CTs. Never mind, it's going to be Tammy, and Maze going to be able to get a double kill, making it a 2 versus 3. And you know what? If Maze is alive, I'm scared. He doesn't get the bomb down, though. They know exactly where he is. But he's going to be swinging, gets the kill on towards NCL, and he's going to be running over towards the B site, as they don't know where he is. Never mind, he's going to be backtracking, waiting for someone to come over towards him. He's looking at the wrong position. Look to your left. He spots out the players, and now he just has to decide what he's doing. 23 seconds, he swings, he dies. It's middle, and we're going to go to the second half. 20 rounds on the board of Mongols. They need, well, they actually only need 2.
2 rounds needed for the Mongols, 3 for ARAVT, and well, again, I do apologise if any animals are given heart attacks anytime soon. I think I've woken my kitten up to about 15 times from the amount of crazy plays we've seen thus far. But listen, buckle up. We've got a long time to go yet in this one. I think in that situation, though, again, Maze, I think he's got the first bit of info. As soon as he finds the second, just rotate, get the bomb down, and then play the post plant. You're going to have the aggro peak advantage towards CT from the back of sight as well to pick up 1 or 2. He knew where the players were. He tries to go for the retry and make his life a little bit easier. Gets caught. And that's going to be a slender advantage for the side of the Mongols going into this second half here of overtime. For ARAVT, though, every player on the side of ARAVT has had the chance to go huge for their team. It's been really Fury and Maze that have done the hero plays thus far. Have they got a couple more rounds left in them, though?
We're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be a lot of utility going down there. Look at the close down the opposition over towards this catwalk position. And they may well just be able to do it. I mean, never mind. They unfortunately couldn't get through due to the Molotovs and smokes from the Mongols. They've learned, they've adapted, they've progressed, and there's very little damage done right off the bat. More is usually expected from ARAVT in this kind of position. Tammy's going to be playing for information, waiting to chuck in the smoke. You can see him getting ready. Shinobi and his teammate Maze over towards Donut. Flash comes out over towards the B site. Smoking towards that mid position is going to be an important one, but unfortunately it's going to be completely useless as it went out a little bit too late. And now we've got mid control coming out from the Mongols as they look to push up here. Smoking towards that mid position, mollying towards that secret spot. Tammy and his teammates are looking to push up in towards the spot. Maze and Shinobi going to be crucial. It's going to be NCL with a nice trade, but Shinobi with the first kill, Maze with the second. And now it's looking brutal. The Mongols, they're getting torn apart completely here as Shinobi is going to be able to pick up a couple himself. And it's going to be 2 kills for him. NCL, it's going to be him and Magnums to try and pull this one back. NCL's going to go for the swing here, get spotted, but he knows where this player is. He's looking to try and avenge his teammates, misses his shot, so has done 0 damage. He's on 75 HP himself, hand shot coming through. But you know what? Magnums runs through. He's like, I got a Tech 9, I can run a gun. This is Call of Duty here, but unfortunately, Maze is there to answer the question and puts down Magnums.
Oh, Shinobi plays that donut spot so well. Honestly, he really does. He finds the first, swings for the second, and then he's absolutely toying. It's like, honestly, just having a mouse on a piece of string and toying with a cat at that point. Like, just honestly, he's cat and mouse around it. He finds the kills, 20th on the board for ARAVT, and now we're at that all-important 5th round in overtime. One team will go in with one, and it looks like it could potentially be ARAVT, but as I say that, Stardust finds the first, instantly traded back, but guess who? That man Shinobi's there once again.
We're going to be seeing Tammy cross on over. Magnus is going to be able to get a kill towards Control Mad. The battle of the Orcs continues. This time, Magnums takes the advantage. Fury is going to be on site. He sees an incendiary grenade on the floor. He's going to go and pick it up whilst doing a little bit of spraying. He needs to reload. Tammy as well. He's going to be in difficult bullets left in the magazine. It's going to be Shinobi getting found. This should be the 21st round on the board here for the Mongols as they step ever closer to being able to close out this second overtime. We could be seeing another one come through. Fury takes down Sugo. 2 versus 3. These aren't the clutch players I'd really want to go in for. We don't have Maze. But we do have Fury and Tammy. Let's see what they've got in the chamber here. The AWP player is still alive over towards A main. Yami's going to be on site, potentially going to be going in for the aggressive peek versus Tammy in a couple of seconds here. No, they're going to spot each other. Never mind. It's going to be Fury with 1. He hasn't got this. No way. Tunnel player is going to be able to look to peek at 3, 2, 1. It's going to be Magnums getting the kill instead.
Map point for the side of ARAVT here, or not for the side of ARAVT, sorry, for the side of Mongols as ARAVT now look to try and force what would be the 3rd set of overtimes. And look, Tom, last time we went to this time around, though, I say it's going to be one and done, and it looks like they want to go the full length. Shinobi, though, first point of contact towards mid. Can he find anything?
No, it's already some damage originally done, and keep in mind, as soon as you're below that initial set of damage, it means you're vulnerable to a single headshot kill from the CT's M4A1, and it just makes that gun even more brutal. It's so good. It's such a good meta. Stardust is found. Like I said, he didn't have full HP, and then he could get single dinked, and that's exactly what happened. Fury's going to be pushing through this smoke. It's going to be allowing a lot of information to be played, but I think it might be countered. Never mind. I thought Magnums would be watching for it, but no. Instead, it's going to be allowing him to push. He's got 5 bullets missing in his mag, but Magnums is going to be falling back. He's going in for this peek. He spotted it, gets the headshot of all things. Gets the hardest shot to make in that moment and still gets it. And now they're going to be playing back over towards B. They know that this player is dead and Furious, an absolute beast. They haven't wall-banged this spot, which I'm going to be surprised about. They're going to definitely need to go for that. Tammy's going to be in a very difficult position here. He is now going to get wall banged. He's going to stay alive. But for how long, we're going to have to wait and see. Control Mad gets the wall bang over towards NCL. Sugo with a nice trade-off, though. The Molotov's going to be cutting these players off. Potentially needs to go around the other side. There's only 3 of them left. This could be the match point. We could be going through to the 3rd map. Trey comes through though, unfortunately. And the rotation over towards A is coming out. Maze is still alive. He's got an AWP. Drop that gun. Pick up an M4, man.
They got double up. They got double up. Like, this is going to be so hard for the side of Mongols to retake off this, but they got to try and get away. Wait, okay, so, wait. It's a double up for the side of ARAVT, sorry, right? Surely this is going to be struggling for the side of ARAVT to retake.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you're trying to achieve with this. They've succeeded multiple times with the M4, but it's not going to happen this time. It's going to be Yami looking to close this out. We could be seeing the 3rd map in a couple of seconds here. There we go. GG, well.